Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'd like to call the City of Homestead special call council meeting to order. Today is Tuesday, August 27th, 2024, and it is now 6:02 p.m. We have a roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilwoman Bailey? Here. Councilman Roth?
Here.
Councilman Cannavale?
Here.
Councilwoman Avila?
Here.
Vice Mayor Fletcher?
Here.
Mayor Losner?
Here. Okay. Our first order of business is car number 4377. Mr. Pearl.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Tab 1 is a resolution of the City Council of the City of Homestead, Florida, authorizing the accessing of various contracts via the Purchasing Cooperative of America Systems, the PCA, and approving an interlocal agreement to provide cooperative purchasing services to the city through the PCA program, providing for implementation, providing for an effective date.
Thank you. Mr. Manager.
Yeah, good evening, Mayor and Council. The item has to do with a cooperative agreement, purchasing of services for procurement. This is something that most governmental entities utilize for expedited procurement. Currently, in the area of Homestead, Miami-Dade County, City of North Miami Beach, Broward County, and some of the school districts utilize this. It gives us affordability of lower prices because they are pre-negotiated. So this is something we want to utilize in order to expedite the next item that's going to be considered by the council. So we're asking that you approve it so that we can move forward with the project.
Thank you, sir. Any questions or comments from council? Is there anyone here from the public wishing to speak on this matter? Okay, I'll close the public hearing and ask for a motion to approve. Moved by Councilman Cannavale. Second by Vice Mayor Fletcher. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Cannavale?
Yes.
Councilman Roth?
Yes.
Councilwoman Bailey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Avila?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Fletcher?
Yes.
Mayor Losner?
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Let's go to tab 2, Mr. Pearl.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Tab 2 is a resolution of the City Council of the City of Homestead, Florida, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Murphy Pipeline Contractors for construction of an emergency bypass of City Pump Station number 22, pursuant to Purchasing Cooperative of America Agreement as an exemption to the city's competitive bidding requirements under City Code Section 2-411.1A5, providing for implementation and providing for an effective date.
Thank you, Mr. Manager.
Pump Station 22 serves as a critical piece of infrastructure in the city's sanitary wastewater collection system. It serves as a regional pump station for our system, collecting flows from about 12 to 13 pump stations and discharging directly into the city's wastewater treatment plants. Subsequent to the declaration of the city under a moratorium back in July 2023, the pump station has operated well above the acceptable limits. Miami-Dade County Durham, the regulatory agency, under DEP permit, limits pump stations to only 10 hours a day. This pump station has been operating at about 22 hours every day. So this is a recipe for disaster. Based on which, as city manager last Friday, August the 23rd, I declared the pump station at the Associated Collection Basin as under an emergency for procurement purposes and also for remedial action to be taken. We expect that the contract for this project should be completed in 90 days, which gives us enough time for us to be able to come into compliance with the county and bring normalcy to the city. We've been able to identify a vendor for the completion of the project through the purchasing cooperative agreement that has just been accepted by the council. So we urge the council and the mayor to approve this contract to enable us bring the pump station under normal operating conditions. It is imperative to state that this pump station serves a critical area of the city that contains medical centers, dialysis centers, assisted living facility, schools, and multiple residential neighborhoods. So this is really imperative that we move forward with this item.
Thank you. Is there anyone wishing to speak on this matter from the public? Yeah, I'll close the public hearing. Any questions or comments from council? Councilwoman Bailey.
Thank you, Mayor. I was just curious if any of the other pump stations are operating at higher hours than...
So the city currently has about several pump stations, about 6 or 7, under a moratorium by the county. We were successfully able to bring 2 of them below normal operating condition. I think that's pump station 46 and pump station 15. Hopefully, we're expecting a grant from a federal government agency to give us additional money for pump station 15, which is another critical pump station. Pump station 11, I stand corrected. What happened here is most of our sanitary sewer collection systems are designed in such a way that several of them pump into another pump station before they get to the treatment plant. That shouldn't have been the case. However, wherever you have this type of condition, that last stage pump station should be designed as a multi-stage, multiplex pump station, as a regional pump station. But unfortunately, the existing condition is that they were not designed that way. The corrective action we have for pump station 22 will now bring it into a multiplex regional pump station status to alleviate further obscene conditions. So hopefully, we hope that this contractor had promised, as part of this contract, to work expeditiously on an expedited schedule, morning, afternoon, evening, and even night hours to expedite the completion. I hate to be the purveyor of bad news. If we don't do this, this is not going to mean well for everybody. We don't want to be alarmist, but hopefully we should be able to get this done as soon as this is approved.
Good, thank you. Yes, Councilwoman Avila.
Thank you, Mayor. I would just like for us to send out some notices to the residential addresses near the site so that they understand that they might incur some nuances with this construction. Thank you.
We've already drafted a public press release, which is citywide, not just within the city, and also the abutting service area components of unincorporated Miami-Dade County that we service. We want to make sure everybody's aware that this work is going to proceed on an expedited nature, and there are consequences if we don't do this. Thanks.
Vice Mayor Fletcher.
Yes, just one of the things I think is very important to note is that this was actually supposed to be completed last quarter, and also very important for the community to know that the funding for this is coming from grants and the ARPA funds. It's not coming from taxpayer money at this point in time, so it's important that everybody understands that. That's all. Thank you. I'll make the motion for approval.
Thank you.
I have one question.
Sure. Moved by the Vice Mayor, seconded by Councilwoman Avila, with a question from Councilman Roth.
Just a couple of people asked me geographically, where's this pump station located?
The pump station location, the address is 801 East Maury Drive.
801?
Yes, 801 East Maury Drive.
So it's on the east side.
And they're about
East of Harrisfield.
East of Harrisfield.
It's approximately 650 feet east of 12th Avenue.
Okay, good, thank you. All right, we have a motion and a second. That concludes the questions or comments from council. Let's have a roll call vote, Madam Clerk.
Councilman Cannaball? Yes. Councilman Roth? Yes. Councilwoman Bailey? Yes. Councilwoman Avila?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Fletcher?
Yes.
Mayor Losner?
Yes.
The motion carries.
I would just add, this is decisive and knowledgeable leadership. This has been languishing for years. And in 4 or 5 months' time, this staff has been able to formulate and fund a solution. And there are a lot of commercial developments that have been approved and are even completed that cannot operate as a result of this. That's a huge step. So, anything further, Mr. Attorney? Anything further, Mr. Manager?
none.
Council, anything further? Motion to adjourn? All in favor? Aye. Thank you all. Good night.